let's talk about Bat Eater and Other Names for Cora Zeng. I finished this book literally in one day. It was so good. And I must say, chapter 1, actually my worst nightmare. And I don't want to give anything away. I will not do that to you, and this is a no spoiler review, but I just need you to know right from the start, this author captures genuinely one of my biggest fears. In, like I said, the first chapter, I actually gasped out loud and I said, no, no. So yeah, do with that what you will, because again, don't want to give anything away. But yeah, it was, I don't know. I'm afraid of that happening. And the fact that it is semi-true, like this does happen, freaks me out even more. Therefore, but to move on from that, I won't give anything away because even though it's chapter 1, starts with a crazy just bang. I want to talk about how what I really loved about this book, what the author does insanely well, is in somehow a poetic way. Like, it's written so beautifully. I truly loved the way that this book delved into the different topics of particularly like trust. Cora struggles with trust in herself, in her friends, in her family. She feels as though her mind is not well, is broken. So she because of her mental health, she just doesn't even trust herself. And so it is a very interesting discussion, I think, of that in a way. And then on top of that, there is other layers of like trust with like society, doctors, things like that, that add additional like layers to this book. And it is just so well done. I enjoyed everything about it. I think this author did a really good job just like fully immersing you in Cora's feelings. I felt a really strong like emotional connection to Cora during this because it is set during the COVID pandemic, and there is a discussion of like numbness and not really knowing who you are, and that felt so real to me. And there's an extra layer of it because of Cora's identity as a Chinese American, the way she's being treated during the pandemic, and the horribleness of that adds additional layers to it. And on top of all of that, while all of this is happening, there is a serial killer, there is Chinese mythology kind of mixed in. And so despite all of these things that kind of seem crazy to all be in one book, like nothing feels like too much. It is all intermixed extremely well. The emotional stakes, the pandemic stakes, the the racial and xenophobic things that are happening, like everything blends really well in this book. And the author just did a really good job writing this in a way where it was relatable and tragic and still beautiful, and I really appreciated it. I really liked this book, and I will be picking up more of Kylie Lee Baker's works because I just really enjoyed this. And this was a book club pick. My friend Emma picked it. She always picks bangers. Couldn't be me. I suck at picking our book club picks, but she selected this one. So if you're interested in a deeper discussion on this book, we will be talking about it on our podcast here soon, which I will link down below. It's also in my bio. So if you're interested or you've read this one and want to chat with us about it, we also have a Fable book club. So feel free to hit us up. I loved this one. Can't wait to hear your thoughts. Can't wait to hear my book club's thoughts. Thank you.